Good morning, children. Here we move on to our 12th chapter, Light and Shadow. I hope nothing we have to explain because everybody knows what is a light. What is a light? Light is a energy. In the previous chapter, we have learned that light is a form of energy. So, from where do we get this light? Yes, it is from the electric objects. Like all the electrical objects will emit light and heat. So light we get from electrical object. And also we have learned that the main source of light energy is our sun, who is the supreme power of the solar system. See how nicely we could connect two chapters. Yes, in the previous chapter we learnt about solar system, and we know even our sun is a star which has light of its own. And in the other chapter we have learnt light is a form of energy, right? Yes, so let us go in detail to see how a light helps in forming the shadow. Yes, and also we call as luminous and non-luminous object. What is luminous object, children? Yes, of course. Luminous objects are the object which has light, and non-luminous objects, they are the object that do not have light in them. Is that clear? So there is a small activity for you in your textbook which says name any three luminous objects and three non-luminous objects from your daily life. Draw or paste their pictures. So there is this empty space given for you there. In that empty space you have to paste the luminous objects any three and non-luminous objects any three. Either if you know how to draw, you can draw it, or else you can paste it. Hope everybody will do this activity here. Yes? Okay. Now our topic starts with materials and light. What is material and light? When you say material, material is nothing but the object that will allow the light to transfer. Okay, when the light is transferred from one part of to the other part, the material through which it passes. Okay, the mode of its passing is called the material. So here different material has different capacity to pass the light, right? If you ask a wood to pass a light from one place to other, will the wood pass some light? Through a wood light can be passed? No. At the same time, you ask a paper to pass light, a paper will pass a partial light, but a glass, the complete light will pass through a glass, isn't it? Yes. So these are the different materials that will allow the light to pass, and based on their capacity of transferring light, we divide them into three groups. What are the three groups? One is transparent material, the other one is translucent material, and the third one is opaque material. Okay, when you ask what is the transparent material, the material that allows all the light to pass through them is called transparent material. When the entire light from one side it is passed to the other side, then it is completely transparent. We can see the light from other side easily. So we say it is transparent material. When the example of transparent materials are clear glass, clean water, and some kind of plastic. We have seen that plastic paper, right? White plain plastic paper usually you have in your files. Yes, we have the 5 rupee file and 10 rupee file. We call it as stick files. Yes, that is a kind of plastic, but the plastic is completely transparent, isn't it? Yes. So these are the three examples which will allow the light to pass through it, and they are called as transparent material. Let's recall once again. What are they? That is clear glass, clean water, and some kind of plastic. The next material is the translucent material. In translucent material, partially it will be transferred and partially not. So you can see a blur image. Okay, the blur image of the light will be passed from one side to the other side. So that material we call it as translucent material. Material that allows some amount of light to pass through it are called translucent material. Examples of translucent material: it is colored glass, dirty water, and sheet of paper rubbed with oil. The one best example of sheet of paper rubbed with oil. Children, we have a habit of eating bonda and any oil items from outside. Yes, in the roadside we have seen, right? They given a paper, usually any empty white paper and all, they give the bondas or any fried objects, right? Yeah, when you take them after eating the what is fried over objects, after that when you look into the paper, have you seen the paper oily? Something slow in the center, it will be round and it will be oily. Have you observed? But one thing now, as an experiment you can try, when you try to pass the light, put a torch and try to pass the light through that object, that is the oiled paper. We can see the light on the other side of the paper. That shows that this particular paper which is oiled is translucent. Okay, that you experiment you can try in the next time when your mothers are making any any oiled objects. Then that oil, after the eating that oil product, then you can open the paper and try this experiment. Try to leave the torch light to pass through that oiled paper so that you can see the light on the other side of the paper. So you can try this experiment at home itself. Okay, so we will get an example for translucent object. The third one is opaque material. In this opaque material, that light will not pass through this object at all. Light will not pass at all. So what are the examples? Material that can completely block light are called opaque material. For example, mud, wood, and mirror. A glass coated with a metal film on the one surface, that is your mirror, like backside of the mirror is completely painted, isn't it? Or a cardboard or some colored material is kept behind the mirror so that it will not transfer light from this side to the other side. Yes, so we know about mud will not transfer light, even the wood and also the mirror. So we are clear with the three material that allows the light to pass through them. That is, one is transparent material, second one is translucent material, and the third one is opaque material. Is that clear, children? Next one is shadow. How many of you have observed your shadows? Everybody, right? Everybody would have observed our shadows. Have you tried it, observing your shadows time to time? Like time to time. So one thing, if you could observe, in the morning your shadows will be in front of you. Yes? Afternoon we won't be able to see our shadow. It will be very small. Morning your shadows will be big in front of you. Evening your shadows will be big again, same at back of you. Have you seen what is the reason for your shadows to be in front and back? Yes, it is because of the sunlight. When the sunlight is in the east, your shadow will fall in your front and it will be a long shadow. But when it comes to the afternoon, your shadows become small. The reason is the sun will come on overhead. Afternoons usually suns are overhead. So because of that reason, you have very small shadow and your shadow will be small and looking very short. Isn't it? Yes. Evening, when the sun is getting set in the west, again your shadow becomes long, but it will be in the reverse direction. It will be put in the back of you as if your shadow is following you. Isn't it? Yes. And let us come in detail. What is this? When a translucent or an opaque object is placed before a sun source of light, a dark is formed on the side opposite to light. The dark spot is formed because translucent object blocks some light. Opaque objects block the light completely. So the dark spot formed by a translucent on an opaque object when it blocks light is called a shadow. So always we have observed that our shadows is black. Is your shadow white or red, green? Have any of you found your shadows in red color, green color, blue color? No, is it? Yes, always a shadow is black in color, somewhat a dark one. Yes, this dark spot is formed when the light is being blocked, either partially or completely. Okay, when the when the light is being blocked by a translucent object or a opaque object, that is usually transparent material will never block any light. Translucent object will block the light partially. Partially it will transmit, partially it will block, and that is the reason in a translucent object a shady shadow will be put. A shaded one will be appeared, the shadow. But when it is an opaque object, that is an opaque material, the shadow is formed clearly and completely. Okay, so the dark spot formed by blocking of the light by the translucent or an opaque object is called the shadow. Okay, transparent objects do not form shadow as they do not block any light. As I already told you, transparent object cannot form any shadow because they completely transmit the entire light to pass through them. So there are three things needed for a shadow to be formed. To form a shadow, three things is more important. What are they? They are a source of light, okay, a translucent or a transparent object. The next one is a surface on which the shadow can be formed. So the three sources are the source of light. We should have a light, okay, that is which will make the shadow come out. Second one, a translucent or an opaque object, that is either the object through which the light has to pass through is translucent object, or the next one is the opaque object. Okay, the third one is the surface on which you will want the shadow to be formed. When the light is passed from east, the shadow falls on the west. When this light is passed from the west, the shadow forms on the east. Isn't it? Yes. So these are the three sources of material required for the shadow formation. Okay. Now let us see certain features of our shadow. What are the features are there in our shadow. A shadow is formed on the opposite side of the light. For example, if you are facing the light, your shadow will be formed behind your back. If you are towards the light, your shadow will form in front of you. Yes, as I told you, when it is in the east, the shadow will be formed in the west. When we are in the west, our shadow will be formed in the east. So when we are facing the light, we have the shadow at the front. But when you are in the opposite direction of the light, your shadow is formed in front or back of you. Okay? A shadow is black even when the object is any other color. So, whichever the color the object may be, the shadow will be formed only in black in color. A shadow shows only the shape or outline of the object, not the details. So, the shadow will show only the features. What features it will show? It will only show the outline. So only the border of the image, whether the image is of a girl or the image is of a boy. Okay, what is the height of the image? So it will be shown only the outline, but we won't come to know who the person is because it will not give any proper details. Yes, the size of a shadow depends on the distance between the object and the source of light. So the distance between the object and the source of light shows the size of the shadow. The size of the shadow depends on what is the distance between the object and the light. Okay. Yes. It also depends on the distance between the object and the surface where it is formed. So it also depends on the distance from where you stand till the shadow. What is the distance? Based on that, the shadow will be formed. Sometimes the shadow can be big, sometimes the shadows can be small. It depends on the place where you stand and also the place, the distance from the light. Based on this only the shadow is formed. Okay. When it is formed, the shadow formed by the sun or long during early morning and evening and the shortest at noon. This I have already explained to you. It will be, your shadow will be long in the morning and also very much long in the evening. But it when it comes to afternoon, because of the reason the sun is overhead, the shadow is not formed too long. The shadow is very short itself. Yes, children, is it clear and understood? I hope everybody who have understood the chapter, that is chapter 12. Yes? Yeah, okay. So, we will stop our session by here so that we will meet in our next session. Until we meet in our session, I would all tell you bye.